Hi and welcome to Simon's Trading Channel. Happy Monday to you. It's the start of a new week. Start of another week in June. And you know what? We're not far away from the end of June now. These weeks seem to fly by. Yes, today is indeed the 17th. That gives us just shy of 2 weeks left of this month. And I would not be surprised if the rest of June is in the same range as that of May, April, and most of March. But anyway, let's jump straight into the price action for my daily Bitcoin price action analysis. Hope you've all had a great day and your week has started nicely. Now, as you can see, I've got a daily chart up here with my range of doom. And very kindly, Bitcoin today managed to pretty much tap this top blue line and pretty much tap the bottom blue line. So setting in a beautiful range for me to follow there between basically the midpoint of this range, which is, it's probably like 65, somewhere between 64 and 65. So you need daily closures below that for continuation to the downside. And, excuse me, for the picture to look rather more positive, I personally would like to see Bitcoin close dailies back above 67.5. So I think that indecision candle there beautifully picks out the range, and for that Bitcoin, I thank you. And yeah, that's the daily. You can also see on the daily the momentum is still to the downside. It's not a million miles away for the price to achieve in order to switch the momentum back to the upside. A couple of $1,000 from current price, which, as I kind of alluded to, or maybe I was talking about foreign momentum yesterday, can't quite remember. But a couple of daily closures back above this blue line, then, you know, I would be looking at this whole price action as fundamentally a sequence. Well, no. Well, sort of. I would be looking at this area. So if this price got back above here, let's draw a picture. You know, I like to draw pictures. So if this is just one down move, if the price gets back above here, this then becomes a clear low, right? And you know, I previously was calling this whole price segment here a low. But if you look at the two obvious lows, there's the sort of significant low here that defines the bottom of the current range. Then there's this one here, that's a pretty obvious one. And then if this price had got back above there, that would have made this whole section then a higher low, but price didn't do that. Now, that either signifies that it's a failed higher high and therefore look for changing character of the trend, and obviously the opposite of an uptrend is downtrend. But if indeed this Bitcoin doesn't manifest itself in the form of a daily downtrend of course just being a downtrend on a daily time frame. So if that doesn't occur there, and I would suggest that for even this part to start to resemble that, it would need to turn back around from where it is and close dailies back below the area I just spoke to of the midline of this range. Need to close dailies, back below that. But in the absence of that, and if indeed Bitcoin could get back above this blue line and sort of continue within this sort of mini range, if you like, then this would be a higher low. This would be a higher low in the sequence of lows. And that's an uptrend. And yes, I would absolutely accept that there hasn't been a higher high, but the trend has not then been broken. It's just consolidating up towards the top of it. So as always with Bitcoin, there's some interesting times ahead. I'm just going to take all those scribblings off. So yeah, closures back above, daily closures back above 67.5. Would look good for Bitcoin to spend some more time up in these areas. So high 60s, low 70s. And the contrary to that, or the opposite of that, being daily closures back below 65, 65,000, then probably another move down. And initially, I would expect it to find some traction or support around the 63 mark. And really, you'd then have your sort of line in the sand, really, for Bitcoin around 61,000. But, you know, it did close dailies lower than 61,000 here and then still turn back up. You know, so it wouldn't be game over. What you wouldn't want to see would be a weekly closure back below 60,000, because I believe that so far that has not been the case. Indeed, these weekly this weekly closure here, obviously that was a weekly open, so this weekly closure was 61.3. So, you know, yeah. I'm trying to avoid, for more upside Bitcoin, trying to avoid a weekly closure below 61. Just call it 61,000. Might not even get there. Ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls. There probably aren't any boys and girls watching this. There might not even be any ladies or gentlemen. You might all just be normal people like me. So that's the daily. I seem to have covered quite a lot with just that one time frame, which is good. Have a quick look at the 4 hour. Yeah, the 4 hour actually defined its own range there. This has obviously got some time to go before it closes. Well, it's got an hour. The 4 hour momentum still to the downside. I'm still looking at downside first, but again, that will be proven wrong with a few 4 hours closures back above this blue line, certainly a daily. And if that happens, then maybe another move to the upside first. You'd want to, if indeed that did occur, you'd still want Bitcoin sort of safe zone for Bitcoin, if you like, within this top half of the overall range. In my opinion, is above 69.5, probably on a daily. It's more of a safe zone. So yeah, it's interesting, as always. Quite far away from the zero line, so I would ignore this number. If indeed the 4 hours do close green for the next few, that will get closer to the zero line, and you know, you never know, it could flip to the upside. And if it did that, I wouldn't be surprised if the daily did too, because it's only just crossed to the downside. Only just. You can see the MACD is only just below the zero line, so you know, sometimes it does flirt with the zero line. Here, for example, different kind of price action, but there it sort of flirted, moved back, and then made a move. Same there. So yeah, we'll see. Anyway, I think that'll do really. So I think you got the take-home message is this 4 hour candle. Above those closures where my blue line is. A bit more upside. Not necessarily reversal of the 4 hour downtrend though. And closures below that blue line. Just more downside. There you go. That concludes my video today. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please like and subscribe. That would be much appreciated. Thank you in advance. And if you haven't enjoyed it, then I'm doing it again tomorrow. So do something else with your time. But I wish you well anyway. Okay, take care everybody, and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.